Hi guys, today I'm going to be reading Where's the Dragon? Each and every year on the first day of summer, little George hurried off to visit his grandfather. The old man had a dog named Meg and a workshop full of wonders. He could carve anything. George asked him to two kites, clocks, flutes, fiddles, and wonderful wooden dragons. And as he carved, Grandfather told amazing tales about an enormous old dragon who lived in the mountains. His tales seemed so real that George felt he could almost see the dragon. But this year, as Grandfather finished his tales, George asked, "Do you think perhaps I'm too old to believe in dragons?" "Seeing is believing," cried Grandfather. "It's time I took you on a dragon hunt." He asked George to carry all sorts of strange things down to his built a telescope, an umbrella, a magnifying glass, and an ancient yellow map. Finally, Grandfather put on a hat with a long fluffy feather. "This," he clucked, "is my dragon hunting hat." Off they sailed to hunt the dragon. George was so full of questions. It was a wonder he didn't burst. "Is he a big dragon?" asked George. "As big as the sky," roared Grandfather. "He must be easy to see," said George. No, not at all," said Grandfather. "To see a dragon, you must hunt high and low and always believe hard enough." As night fell, they tied up the boat and found a nice place to sleep. As they settled down on the river bank, George, Grandfather, and Meg started up at the dark sky. "Look, Grandfather," whispered George, pointing up at the stars. "That's still winking in the sky." "Ah, yes," sighed Grandfather. "What a beautiful moon." They all slept well. They all dreamed of dragons, and Meg snored so loudly that the ground seemed to shake and shudder. Oh, I forgot to turn the page. In the morning, Grandfather's boat had vanished into the air. Was it the dragon, George wondered. "Not at all," grumbled Grandfather, who was a little nearsighted. "Dragons always leave footprints." You can see right here, they're standing in the footprints, but they don't really know it. "And dragons always live on mountaintops," said Grandfather, striding off up a path. A tail, George cried, trying to catch up with the old man. "We've no time for tales," puffed Grandfather. "There's a dragon to hunt." As you can see, I love reading books. I've read like a lot of books my whole life. Okay. "Do dragons breathe fire?" panted George. "Not at all," wheezed Grandfather, taking off his dragon hunting hat and mopping his brow. "My, but it's hot today." Keep on forgetting to show you the page. I'm not used to showing people the page because I just read by myself. As they reached the top of the mountain, George was sure he believed in dragons. He pointed and shouted, "His eye! Yes, it is high," said Grandfather, who was a little hard of hearing. Dragons always live up high. At first, they didn't know Dragon was there. They just thought that he wasn't there, but he actually was. Okay. The mouse shrinked George off a cave, shouted Grandfather. So that's where the dragon's hiding. And with that, he leaped into the darkness, waving his umbrella about his head. George yelled out. Meg barked. It was too late. Perhaps it was dragon hay fever. Perhaps it was a dragon cold. Most likely it was the long fluffy feather on Grandfather's dragon hunting hat. Whatever it was, it made the dragon sneeze. A sneeze that shook the mountain. Quite a breeze blowing below Grandfather as he somersaulted over their heads. The dragon hunt was over. Next year we'll hunt higher and lower and believe even harder, cried Grandfather. Then we're sure to see the dragon, of course, chuckled George, holding Grandfather's hand and winking at Meg. After all, seeing is believing. How many hidden dragons did you find in this book? The answer is at Grandfather's house. Okay, please give me, I need at least 5 likes for reading this book because I might do more books and I love doing this. And on the back it says, go on an adventure with Grandfather's little George and Meg the dog in search of an enormous dragon that lives in the mountains. This fun and suspenseful story is illustrated with embossed shiny dragons. How many of them can you spot along the way? And at the front, I didn't say who wrote this book. It's illustrated by Richard Hook, written by Jason Hook. Okay, I'll read more books if you give me like maybe 6 likes or something. Goodbye.